Hi, it's Offa. Welcome back to our channel. As you know, it's January and it's a new year, new me. So it's time to get rid of the old stuff. And we decided that our challenge this month was going to be selling on Facebook Marketplace. With that, I started clearing out all of my things. I had organized my stuff into things I hadn't used in the last year, things that people could also potentially like that I didn't really need, and things that I thought, you know what? I want to get rid of this anyway. Let's try selling it. So those are the three categories I organized my items that I wanted to sell. Now, my items range from a Spark drone. I had sold a steamer furniture. I had sold 2 lenses. These are the items, if you want to see them right here, and the amounts. And so they all totaled up to $653. I'm so rich. Let's break down the numbers, shall we? I had listed 16 items. 3 items still remain unsold. 13 were sold. I had one person want to pay more than was listed, which was for one of my lenses. So 3 items were paid for less than the value that I put on Facebook. I had 2 people trying to negotiate with me at the door and rather than through the message. And I thought that was interesting. 40 messages for my more popular ones. And for my least popular ones, I had about on average like 5 messages. And they were kind of getting to me, I'm not gonna lie. The good things I learned was that you can sell almost anything you want. And there's a market, like even things I thought that were like not so great, but there were people who were willing to pay for it. But there was items on there that I thought would sell good, but it didn't, or were going to be more popular than it was, but it wasn't. There wasn't any listing costs. There wasn't any additional cost that I had to pay for to sell the item. And yeah, to like just sell anything you had without like Trade Me where you had to pay a listing item and all that kind of stuff. So I technically had no costs around just selling. I just had to take the picture of what I wanted to sell and then just post it up on Facebook, and it was that easy. I had rude people who would just be like, it's not worth that much. I'm gonna give you $5. Block, because I just thought that was rude. And I didn't have to be nice for the sake of having customers because I didn't technically have a storefront. Some things were set at a higher price because I just know the market in New Zealand. People just tend to negotiate a lot more. Something that I didn't particularly love was like just how much messages. And most of these messages were this annoying. Yeah. Is this still available? Is this still available? I didn't know what to say to you. And then I'll get no response. Like, you knew an item was popular, it would be sold for less than its value because you got like so many messages, but you couldn't really go back to like increase it, because once you did, like, they would have like completely no offers, because I think all the same people would see that same item. You're kind of either stuck with that price and you didn't know if it was going to be higher. But I mean, like, that's like all like selling things, right? I love that there was like no advertisement, nothing like that was required. You would have a lot of traction from people seeing the listing. I think like some of my items usually got 200 views, which I think is quite okay. The most annoying thing, I would ask where I'm located. Even if I put it in my post, they would just go, it's too far. You should have checked. Why didn't you check? Why didn't you check? Sorry. I got scammed. What this person did, there was a certain item that was listed for over a couple $100. Instead of going through Facebook Marketplace, which I thought was weird, and I raised some initial red flags for me, this person then DM'd me personally, hey, I really want to buy this. And the thing is, like, I wasn't really suspicious. Everything was kind of okay. Like, they wanted to pay through PayPal and not through a bank transfer. If I give my PayPal out, I know for certain it's not the end of the world if they get it. All they'll get is my email, because I had no money in there. This man was like pretty chill on our first exchange. But once he kind of got my email, and then he became super pushy. So he goes, did you see my email? Did you see my email? I was like, hi, red alert. And I keep refreshing it. Lucky I just had older emails so I could see what an official PayPal email is. And so I just keep refreshing it. I was like, sorry, I can't see it. I can't see it. And he asked me a few times. This reminds me of my fishing training from work. High red alert. And so he goes, oh, it could be in the spam. Try your spam. High red alert. And when I looked at the spam, and this is the message I got, doesn't that look suspicious? Doesn't that look fishy? This is what a normal one looks like, and this is what his one looked like. I decided, you know what, I'm going to play games here. If he's going to play with me, I'm going to play with him too. And so I made up a sub story and said, look, my kid is sick. Can you please send me money? You need to send me money too. Here's the email. Anyways, he ended up blocking me. And I just wasted an afternoon on him. Can't believe I got scammed off Facebook. So all in all, how do I feel about Facebook Marketplace as a business? I think you can definitely run some businesses on there. Business services that you do, I think that's okay. Though I feel like I got a lot of money from it, I do also think that the messages were kind of annoying. Really a lot sometimes, where I was like, oh, so many people to reply to, can you just leave me alone? It solved two things for me, which is new year, new me. And so I got rid of my old stuff because it cleared the way so I can buy more stuff. I made a decent amount, and I think it's probably because of the type of items that I sold. But I think like that's pretty good for just things that I was just lying around and I was either planning on giving it away or just not using anymore. It's a great source of just extra income. I might be starting a thing where I'm just gonna look around every month and see what else needs to be sold and just sell some things, because it's nice to get some extra cash. Who doesn't want extra fun money? Can you build a business from Facebook Marketplace? When I was on there, I saw a lot of services, and I also used to, when I first started, put my photography business on there. I think that though it is like good to get your foot in the door and to start your clientele, it's not like, I would say that anybody who's kind of on Facebook Marketplace is looking for a deal. And so you might not find loyal people. If you wanted to make it a shop, it becomes a lot more harder to build a loyal clientele if that's what you want. But otherwise, it's the risk with selling on Facebook, right? Is the clients. You don't have that protection. That's my experience with selling on Facebook Marketplace. I hope you enjoy it. Please feel free to subscribe, like this video, and comment down below if you think we should try any other type of business challenges. Please.